into another video, and we're going to be doing this gorgeous makeup tutorial today. But before we jump on into this video, please make sure you've hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. You've got your notification bell switched on, and why not give the video a thumbs up. How pretty is this really cute pink cut crease? And I have just done a tutorial on this for you, so if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. So guys, just to make this process a little bit quicker, I have already done this eye off camera, and I've also done my brows. As per usual, I've just used Revolution Pro brow pomade to do my eyebrows, and then I've also locked them in place with brow coat. 9 times out of 10, these are the brow products that I do use. I don't tend to use anything else. Then moving along to the eyes, the first thing I'm now going to do is I'm just going to prep my eyelid by carving out the brows with concealer. Today I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer. I've just been testing this out recently to see what I think about it. It is a nice concealer, but I'm just going to carve the brows out with this flat brush and just create a nice base for my eyeshadow to stick to. I just pop that on my lid, and then I will smooth it out with my flat brush. And then you just want to make sure that you really get this all the way up to where that brow starts, just to give you a really nice carved out size brow. And it also takes away any mistakes if you've made any. And then I just like to drag this up and around the brow as well, just to make sure everything's neat. So now the eyelid is primed, I'm going to go in with a little bit of this Primark artist tape and just place it on a diagonal right near the edge of my eye, just so when I do line it I get a really precise line. And it also creates a nice precise eyeshadow as well, because you just fluff it out to where the line is. I'll just press that down. So today I'm going to be using the Morphe X James Charles palette, and the first shade we're going to go into is this one here at the bottom, which is called Skip. It's a really nice bright pink shade, and I'm just going to use that as my transition shade. I'm just going to take that in circular motions and blend it out. Just small circular motions back and forth. I'm just going to build that up a little bit. Then we're just going to dip back into this James Charles palette again, and I'm going to go into this more of a purpley pink, which is called Love That. And I'm just going to blend this out underneath where I've just placed that pink shade, and it'll just deepen it up. Again, circular motion. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut my crease, and I'm going to be going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer on my flat brush. Now, a little tip that I always tend to use when I was taught is if you just look up when you've put a little bit of your concealer on, it actually marks out where you want to take that crease up to. And it's a really nice little tip, and I just find it really handy for when I'm doing that. It gives you sort of a guideline of where to take your crease to if you're unsure. Ta-da! Then what I like to do is I just like to take the excess of my fluffy brush that I've just been using, and I just like to fluff the edge of where I've placed down this concealer. So just when I put the shadow on top of the concealer, it's not harsh, and it just looks really nice and blended. So I'm going to go into my I Heart Makeup Chocolate Rose Gold palette for this one. I absolutely love this palette. It's a really nice arrangement of different pink shades, but today I'm going to be using this goldy pink shade just to place on top of that concealer where I've cut my crease. I like to go in with a packing brush to start with, just to place on top of the concealer, and then I will go in with my finger, just because you get a little bit more payoff if you use your finger. Just tap this on just to start with, and then I'm going to take the back of my finger and just pat that on, because you get more of a payoff with your finger than you do with your brush. Oh, that looks so pretty. Then on top of that, I'm going to go in with the Pixie Liquid Fairy Lights in Crystalline. I'm just going to pat this on top of where I have just placed down that shadow, just on here, just to give it a little bit more sparkle. Then I'm going to go in with my eyeliner. Today I'm using the Bourjois liner feature. It's like a felt tip liner. I always use this, and I'm just going to do a little wing liner on my lid. It's really easy to follow the line when you've placed a tape down like this, because you literally just draw your wing using the tape. That's it. And then I'm going to draw my wing. I would say if you're someone who's wanting to learn how to do wing liner, this is the easiest way to learn. I still prefer this technique to just freehand anyway, because you just get more of an accurate line. Now we're going to focus back underneath the eye, and I'm going to go back into the James Charles palette, and I'm going to go back into that really bright pink Skip shade, this lovely shade here. I'm going to go underneath. I'm going to actually press this into my waterline. I tend to use a really small lip brush. This is just one of the Revolution lip brushes from one of their kits. I think it was from either last year or the previous year, and I'm just going to press this into my waterline because I don't have a pink liner. I should have bought one really. Then we're going to go back into that James Charles Artistry palette, and I'm going to go back into the purpley shade here, and I'm just going to run that underneath just to deepen up where I've placed that lighter pink. Then I'm going to go into one of my Prima pressed glitters. I can't quite think of what the name of this one is, but you will see them on the website. They are selling a lot of their stock off, so definitely go and check that out because these are gorgeous. You literally don't need a glue, you can just apply it as is. So I'm just going to take that on that thin lip brush, and I'm going to place that on the inner corner and run it along the underneath lash line. And then I'm going to run it along underneath, just a little bit underneath the lash line. Now I'm going to go in with the Doll Beauty Pretty Little Claw highlight, which is a gorgeous pinky gold highlight. It's like a rose gold. I'm just going to run this underneath the brow bone. I'm just going to curl my eyelashes and apply some mascara. Today I'm going to be using the Lemon Meringue eyelashes from Unicorn Cosmetics. Absolutely love these. They're super fluffy. You can either buy these off their website, or they do stock them on the We Love Lashes website, which is great because you can get loads of different, like all your favourite lash brands in one place. So I'm just going to let this dry, and then we'll place this. While I'm waiting for the eyelash to dry, I'm going to just apply some primer. At the moment I'm loving the Embryolisse Lac Creme Concentrate. This is just a lovely, really hydrating primer, and it's really highly rated as well. I just think it's nice for priming your skin for makeup, but it's also going to give you a really nice moisturisation as well, which is good. Just rub this in, and then it gives it a chance to sink in while I'm waiting for the eyelash to dry. I like to pinch the lash just very gently to my own lashes, just so it sits amongst them a little bit better. And then I also do just, again, very gently just press up a little bit, and then just make sure that inner corner is really stuck, because that's the bit that you tend to find peels. That is the eyes done. I'm going to move on to my base now, because it really pulls the look together once you've done your base. Today I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. I did do a full testing video on this, and I have really fallen in love with it. I love the fact that it gives you a nice dewy finish, with it being, it's not quite full coverage, but I would say it's medium to full coverage depending on how you build it up, and I really like it. And I'm just going to go in with my damp beauty blender and apply this to my face. So now we're going to move on to concealer, and today I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer. I'm just going to apply this in the usual places. So under the eyes, just in a triangle shape. Ish. A tiny bit on the chin. I like to put a little bit down the bridge of my nose, and then on my forehead, and then we'll blend that out with a beauty blender again. Just going to go ahead and set the face with the Beauty Bakery flour powder. I don't tend to bake with this, I just tend to use it all over the face. So I just like to take it on my brush and pat it all over my face. Now I want to go in and bronze up the face with the Very Vegan Matte Bronzer. I really like this bronzer. It's really nice. And I'm just going to do my cheeks, my forehead, just the perimeter of the face really. I then like to go in with more of a shimmery bronzer on top of the matte bronze that I've just used. I learnt this technique off Rachel Leary, and I really do like it. I just think it makes the face look like come alive. It just gives you a really nice bronzy vibe, and I just brush over the top, really. You don't want a lot. Just gives you a nice shimmery finish as well. Then I go in with the Protocol Baked Mineral Shimmer in Apricot Swirl, which is a gorgeous rose goldy like blush. I use it as a blush, just on the cheekbones, the apples of the cheeks, right in the complexion. Since this is a glowy look we're going for, like a rose goldy type of thing, I'm going to go in with a Pretty Little Glow to Highlight by Doll Beauty. Absolutely love this highlighter. I like to spray my brush with a little bit of spray first. I'm using the Pixie Glow Mist, and we'll just take this on my brush. Honestly, if you love highlighters and you've not tried the Doll Beauty highlighters yet, you be missing out. Just to really give this highlighter the extra pop, I'm going to go in with the Doll Beauty Like a Diamond, which is just a lighter shade of highlight, and I'm just going to place that inside of the rose goldy highlight I've just laid down. Yes. I just like to go over with my powder brush just to blend it into the face a little bit more. Oh my god, she is popping. Wow, how pretty is that? So to finish the look off, I'm just going to go and grab a a bright pink lipstick, and I know exactly which one I want to use. Yes, I'm just going to go in with the Pixie Matte Last Lipstick in Prettiest Pink. That looks so cute. So I'm going to finish this all off with the Pixie Rose Glow Mist. I'm just going to give my skin a spritz just to set this in place. And it stops giving you, you know, you sometimes get that powdery look. It just stops that and just makes your skin look glowy. So I'm just going to go and get changed, and then I'll show you the completed. So guys, this is the completed look. I just really fancied playing about a little bit with some colour, and I just think this is a really pretty pink cut crease, and it's quite easy to do as well. It's just about basically your blending technique, but I'm really pleased with how this turned out. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you want to see more tutorials like this, or if there's a particular makeup tutorial that you want to see, then please leave the comments down below, because I do want to know what sort of makeup tutorials you want to see me film, because I do want to film more of them, but I just don't know where to start and like what to film for you guys. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.